expunged by the Malaysian government. Their predicaments present a huge and outstanding national, even global problem. Bahjin said the Sultanate continues to protest the subjugation of the riots through several attempts, the last and notable of which was the desperate but failed invasion of one of our sultans, Sultan Jamilul Kiram III, and the valiant riots of the Sultanate in an almost suicidal move out of desperation to regain back our land. He said the so-called Sultanate of Sulu had been yearning for an independent state in Sabah as early as August 14, 2005, in accordance with the Charter of the UN. In a note verbale sent to the UN on August 27, the Malaysian government said it never recognized the Philippines' claim on Sabah, formerly known as British North Borneo. Sabah was part of the centuries-old Sultanate of Sulu, which it obtained from Brunei as a gift, he claimed. In the 18th century, the British North Borneo Company rented it from the Sultan of Sulu for $5,000 Malayan annually. The amount was later increased to $5,300. Malaysia, which gained independence from the British after World War II, later annexed the area, but continued to pay rent. Meanwhile, Philippine Foreign Minister Teodoro Locsin Jr. corrected a report calling Filipinos in Sabah as repatriates, saying they should, instead, be referred to as transferees. The secretary again emphasized that Sabah is not in Malaysia. Now, what's important to stress here is they should be careful with their language, Locsin said. What is important is to say call them transferees, not repatriates. They're not being repatriated, they're just being transferred, he said. He said the Philippines would certainly never give up Sabah as the country has the legal ownership and sovereignty. The secretary claimed the so-called Philippine claim is long-standing and well-known and predates the creation of Malaysia in 1963. While we have always endeavored not to let it affect our relations, it's up to them. But we will certainly never give it up, Locsin said. Locsin, who served as the Philippine ambassador to the United Nations before becoming the country's top diplomat, is no stranger to the controversy, as he routinely tussles with commenters on social media, calling them idiots and stupid. In early 2019, he defended his comments on Nazi Germany and Adolf Hitler's massacre of Jews as historical fact, increasing diplomatic tension between Manila and Berlin. Locsin also wrote that President Rodrigo Duterte's comparison of the deadly war on drugs in the Philippines to the Nazi leaders' killing of millions of Jews during the Holocaust was a metaphor. The killing of 6 Jews, 20 Russians and innocents like Anne Frank and WW2 is historical fact, Locsin added in the Twitter post.